I welcome you to another interesting edition of our current affairs program, Issues of the Moment. This is a special edition of the program in the sense that we are still in the mood of celebration. And today we are going to take a look at Nigeria's 61st independence anniversary. How far have we gone as a nation? On 1st October 1960, Nigeria, the most populous nation in the African continent, became independent after several decades of colonial rule. The founding fathers of the young nation had a dream that Nigeria, with her human and vast natural resources, would be the giant of Africa. Has this lofty dream been achieved, or has Nigeria become a giant with a feat of clay after 61 years of nationhood? That's the subject we are going to consider on today's edition of our program. And I have in the studio an Aba-based lawyer who is a regular contributor as far as this program is concerned. He is Mr. Pascal Emeka Onyago. Mr. Onyago, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, Ismail.
Thank you very much. And let me make this remark before we start. Your face looks very gloomy. It seems that we don't have anything to celebrate after 61 years.
Thank you. It may be a very good seer. I don't think we have much to celebrate at 60. At most, I think what Nigeria is celebrating today is Lilliputism. I don't know if you read Oliver's Travels, where we have the Lilliputians. You know, as short as they are. And we are calling ourselves giants. But we are smaller than the Lilliputians. That is what Nigeria is celebrating. We are celebrating never do well. We are celebrating incompetence. We are celebrating poverty at the highest level. We are celebrating corruption to the mountain level. We are celebrating everything vice in this country. What I celebrate, what do you have to give? A man at 60 and 61 is supposed to be at worst a grandfather.
Yes.
Okay? But Nigeria has not even married, let alone having children.
At the age of 61.
At 61. Because some people say, Nigerians not Nigerian children. They are not. Nobody kills his children. So if Nigeria as a country will kill its children, it means it has no children. It has no wife. It has nothing to write home about. And we are celebrating. We are mocking ourselves if we say we are celebrating. What we will be saying now, let us ruminate and look back and see who those people we left behind. There are people who got so-called independence before they got theirs. At 61 now, we are supposed to be buying lands in the outer space, just like other countries do. People are going outside now to buy lands, outside the space. But Nigeria is using construction roads as a campaign material. Which road are you using as campaign material? Look at yourself, look at Nigeria collectively, then narrow it down to where we are now, that is our back. What are we celebrating? Today, by His grace, we are celebrating teachers. Today is World Teachers Day.
Yes, I'm aware.
Do you have teachers? Who are the teachers? What are they like? Who are they teaching? You are children, my children. If the group of teachers we have today should teach my children, it means we have no future. Because somebody who says he has come out from so-called secondary school will teach a child at SS6. If you go to some of these so-called schools, you'll be amazed, you'll be ashamed to hear a teacher speak. The common tenses that are taught in primary schools, nobody uses it, even the so-called professors. What we know now is celebrating vices, celebrating incompetence, celebrating not doing good things. We now celebrate Yahuism. We celebrate get rich quick syndrome. We celebrate somebody who says he's representing you. As soon as he gets there or he puts himself there, he now tells you that he's the Lord and he behaves it. Look at our streets, our children, our youths. They're not doing anything. Rather, they go back to use their God-given brain to commit vices. If any Nigerian lives here by hook or crook, in the next 5-10 years, he becomes a guru, a genius in whatever field he or she chooses. But here, you downgrade. You kill all its gifts to be a human being and project the negative aspect of life.
Okay, thank you very much for that wonderful explanation. Now, from what you have said so far, it does appear that we have not done very well in almost all facets of human development. What do you consider to be the factors responsible for this stunted growth?
Thank you. First of all, I don't know if there is any person in Nigeria who is a Nigerian. The space Nigeria does not give any person the courage to say, yes, I am a Nigerian. Because if you are accepted, you bring out what you have to make good, to make the place you see, you came into, to be better when you may have left. But what they call a contraption, this space, like I said earlier, the geographical location called Nigeria, does not make it possible for every person here to say, yes, I am a Nigerian, let me add my own quota. Rather, almost everybody comes in to grab the little or the much he could to keep for himself his retinue of what you call it, first singers. And maybe you stack others outside. The people that have been leading us have not given us the reason that this is a Nigeria we're all born into to thrive. If you say you are an American, if you are an American in Nigeria today, the American country or nation or government knows you are here. But Nigeria does not have any statistics of the number you have. We have. All we know is that we are Nigerians. But some people feel they are more Nigerians than Nigerians. So if you are not welcome, if you are not accepted, what do you do? To your tent, go Israel. That is the problem of this country.
Okay, if what you have said so far is the mind of most Nigerians, is that why we are having too many agitations?
Of course, yes. If you are in an environment that is hostile to you, you look for greener pasture, so to say. If you and I are brothers in quotes, and you tell me that our parents did not give birth to me, it is either you show me who is my father or mother, or I will ask you who is my parents, or who are my parents rather, or I'll break away so as to live. If you give me the sense of belonging, I know that I am accepted in this environment.
A member of the family.
Fine. If not, why must, if I should answer an Igbo man, for instance, and in Igbo land, I was relegated. Let me not use Nigeria, because to me, Nigeria is just a mere geographical location. There's nothing in here to show that you are Nigerian. So let me use Igbo land, for instance. If there's any space, any place, any section in Igbo land that the Igbos relegate to the background, they will feel agitated. Even in the family, if you have a family of 5 and one out of the 5 is pushed to the wall, so okay, it's like this place is not my place. So let me find a better place, or let us fight it out here and know who is who. That is why you see agitations here and there, and the agitations are not even singular. It's almost everywhere in everything. That means something fundamentally is wrong. Until we address that thing that is fundamentally wrong, we don't call ourselves a Nigeria.
And if I may ask, what is actually wrong with Nigeria?
Okay, like I said earlier, what is wrong with Nigeria is that
is it a question of leadership?
One, but before leadership, give people a sense of belonging first. That is the first thing. If I am part of this studio, there's no way I would not like to make this place comfortable. Okay? Then the leadership aspect is paramount. We don't have people who are leaders. Because leadership in our own clan is like where you go, it's like in the business itself. You go and make profit. Leadership is not for profit making. Leadership is not for stuffing money, showing off your wealth, especially ill-gotten wealth. Leadership is to lead, is to show people the way. Okay? That is a leader, is somebody who shows the way. If you show the proper way, people follow. And if it's like a driver of a vehicle, and in a bus, for instance, and the driver is not driving the way that you feel, you will come out of that vehicle safely. The first thing you say, you caution the driver, call on him, say, driver, are you awake? You are training, you are going off the road. What if the driver says, no, I know what I'm doing. If you want, I'll take into the ditch. If you are around, you have to hold the steering, just like what the brave passengers of the infected 9/11 did. Okay? So if you are in a bus or a whatever, and somebody is driving, if that person is not competent, you have to say, no, I'm not part of this vehicle. If that person insists, because if you keep quiet, it will take you to the ditch. It's better you hold the steering and let everybody, if you come out, survive, fine.
Okay, thank you very much. At this point, we are going to take the first break of the show, and when we come back, issues of the moment continues. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the program. This is Issues of the Moment. And today we are still discussing Nigeria's independence anniversary. How far have we fared as a nation at the age of 61? And my guest is still an Aba-based lawyer, Mr. Pascal Emeka Onyago. Mr. Onyago, before we went on that short break, we were talking about what Nigeria has done to ensure that we are not doing very well in almost all facets of human development. What do you think that can be done, especially on the part of the leaders, to ensure that we hit this one? Because it does appear that most Nigerians from the different ethnic groups that make up the country have lost confidence in this entity called Nigeria. How can we restore this confidence?
at any given point in time, every Nigerian is reminded that there is either from the north or south, east or west, an Igbo man or Nupe man, Hausa man or Fulani man, Christian or the Muslim, etc., etc. It even permits to the lowest level. I'm telling you the truth. That sense of belonging is not there. That is why we lack patriotism. We need to be patriotic. And patriotism does not just spring up overnight. Let me tell you something. You see, our education standard has fallen. That's not no standard. By the grace of God, I'm a beneficiary of the evangelism of the administration of yes, Madam Mohammed Obasanjo, UPE, free education.
Yes.
But for that, I may not have been here speaking this little drama. The time was when this country gave people sense of belonging, like I partook in the core entrance for the UPE then. Where merit was the in thing. If you pass in my center, I'm not making matter. I was the only person that passed there. We didn't buy the result. I didn't even know I would be there. It was my teachers, who bought my form. How many teachers now will buy form for the pupil when they are not taking good care of? We are not even taking care of at all. Because my teachers knew that if they reached time, I didn't have the money. My mother was not, my parents were not around. I was with my grandparents. And they bought the form for me. Went and got my passport and filled my name. I now wait until the exam passed. That was this 5-year UPE teacher training college. I went from my primary 5. Now that's history. Then Williams were taken good care of. There were schools. Now we don't have schools. We have protein farms. Every room, every warehouse, every house, every place now is a school. And everybody is a teacher. The public schools so-called have fallen. The so-called private school are now money-making machine. You go there, they have their own textbook, they have their own side book, they have their own chalk, they have everything. Under one roof, you have from kindergarten to university. Where are the spaces for recreation, which is one of the fundamental requirements for setting up school? You have to recreate your children. You have what we call break and recess. Do they have it now? Do they have playground? Do they have where they go and learn how to do agric? In my school, in my primary school, we cultivate yam. At the end of the year, we carry our yams back. The yam we cultivated, the food crops. Where are they now? Where are the schools? Where are teachers' colleges? That apart, we were discussing the issue of leadership. Why was it possible for me to have gotten there? Because in this Obasanjo man and Mortal Mohammed, they carried the program from what our did in the Udon West. His priority then was that every pupil must at least attend first school living certificate stage. So we are happy. Now, in our constitution, education from primary school to secondary school is compulsory for the state to provide.
Is it free and compulsory?
It's free and compulsory in our constitution. But it's a far cry. When you say, they are providing this period, and you say they are giving food initiative. That initiative, these are things we provide for the praise singers, for the good works, as it were. The people that need it doesn't bring to them. We don't have farmers, agriculturists anymore. What about this recent one under this regime that all our farmers have been decimated? And we're talking about famine. Famine is not even around. It will come in the next few years. Nobody wants to go to the land. And the few people that are farming are being killed, crops destroyed, And tell me how you will survive as a country, so-called. And you call yourself leaders. Go up to Abuja National Assembly, do jamboree, sleep. Some of them are sleeping there. They have their sleeping spaces. After sleeping, they come and ask us to pay. After jumping walls into the National Assembly arena, they come and tell us how, after carrying messes, blowing, kicking, and doing also calling names. These are the children we learn from. You look at, I want to be a senator, and you say senator jumping fence. I want to be a governor, you say a governor buying every space of land. Every space, you see a governor throwing money at every available junction to good laws. You see a leader taking the money that he can that he will use to sustain and do better things for us. You see them, and putting into their horses and encouraging our youth, especially the young girls, to come to them to do rubbish. And you tell me you are a leader, and you tell me what type of leaders are you going to produce in the next 20 years? What will become of this country in the next 50 years if, unfortunately, if it lasts to 50 years? Who is going to be that leader? A person who doesn't want to work, who lead who? A person who wants to make money, who will make it now. At 18, you went to me, what were you doing? You were going to say, 1 million as I am now, I don't have a house in Aba, for instance. I'm a tenant. Now, if unfortunately I become a government chairman, in the next 3 months, I want a house in Dubai. And now people like you not ask me, how did you raise this money, sir? They know, is that the kind of country you want us to belong to? You are talking about agitation. Are you not agitating? I'm agitating. Okay. Everybody is agitating. Buhari is agitating. He's not happy. He is a friend man because he tells us so. Okay. If you tell me you are a Igbo man, is that way that you are not a Nigerian? Okay, thank you very much. I think we have made that point. Now, the next question is, according to Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria, Nigeria has met all the conditions for a fair state. Can it be said that we have lost hope? I don't think we are gotten to the stage of when we are not born. We were told that Dr. Azikiwe said something like there is no abundance. That is, it's a broken pot. I don't think Nigeria as well is a broken pot. But Nigeria has failed in many aspects. But in human resources, Nigeria has not failed. If we can harness our human resources, if we can harness the real Nigerians, we have the real Nigerians, not people flying in there. If we can get them together, they will replicate whatever they are doing outside this country. We have the best of hands in medicine outside, in legal practice outside, in astronomy, in anything mentioned. And we have the best of roads outside there and within. So let us harness and use what is good and throw away the chaff, and Nigeria will spring up. If not, these people you call agitators are not agitating for nothing. There's something here. And whenever you see a child crying and pointing his or her hand, somebody is there, either the mother or the father. Okay, how can it be done when at the age of 60, when we are still talking about religion and ethnicity? How can we achieve that? That is how mundane we are. We are talking of religion. We are talking of mysticism. Which religion do the Chinese practice? Are they going? But you buy everything, even human beings. We are now Chinese because the difference is color. Everything. What religion does the average Japanese profess? It's like Sepam said. It's an opium. We have taken up the opium and it's now making us crazy. Religion, we are life. Your personal life between you and your creator. You may call your creator the papa you are having. It depends. When you go back, you are come to him. So that does not stop you from being a human being, making here good. Everything good you find it in the outside world. These people that do not even know you are kind of religionism, or you are, whether you are a Christian or a Muslim, a Buddhist or whatever, what they know is that we are humans. Does religion take you to the moon? Would it take you to the outer space? Your people you are counterparts over there are buying lands, spaces in outer space. And you are here fighting. Who will be the chairman of NDDC? NDDC, or you will. If they dig the oil for you, you cannot process it. Go back. Call your people together. The people say they will do this or that. Call everybody together. Don't isolate anybody. Don't make a person a barrier. We are all here for a purpose. God knows why we are about together here. But if we lose it now, where you are calling it failed, it's not failed. It may be a disastrous state ever. Because we are now at the cliffhanger. What people call tipping stage. If it happens, everybody, whether the baboon or the moon or the dog,
they will soak in blood.
Thank you.
And with that, we have come to the end of today's edition of the program Issues of the Moment. We have been discussing Nigeria's independence anniversary, the journey so far, and my guest has been Mr. Pascal Emeka Onyako. He is an Aba-based lawyer. Mr. Onyako, thanks for coming to the program.
Thank you very much.
And my name is Chimezie Ozems. I want to thank you for watching.